Hi everyone and welcome to KRYPTAK, that Irish guy that talks about Bitcoin. So January was bearish, but we've had a breakout and we're back above $40,000. Let's get started. So I just want to start off this episode by acknowledging the fact that January was bearish. This is no surprise to me. I've been saying this in the short videos. I've been saying it in the main episodes, and I was basing that prediction. I've been saying this for months, and I was basing that prediction on the fact that January tends to be a traditionally bearish month. Bitcoin tends to start off the month January 1st at one price and then finish off the month and close on January 31st at a lower price. And for the last 8 years now, including January 2022, out of the last 8 years, 6 of those 8 years have been bearish months, okay? Probably due to the fact that it's tax season in the United States and multiple other reasons, maybe post-Christmas hangover, all that kind of stuff. So just taking a look at what happened in January, Bitcoin started trading on January 1st, opened up the month at $46,216, and it closed the month then lower at about 17% down, and it closed it at $38,500. So let's get the basics out of the way. This is the Kraken daily chart, and Bitcoin is trading at $40,270. We are underneath the EMA ribbon on the daily. The RSI is trading at about 52%, and we've had a bullish cross on the MACD. Now I'm just going to go into those three in a little bit more detail. I'm going to keep this video nice and short. So this is the EMA ribbon here on the daily. We're having this pump today. This is the daily candle. We're pushing back, trying to get up through this EMA ribbon. You know, if you've been following this channel, I do really like this indicator. It's very, very simple. If we're above it, we're in an uptrend or bullish movement, and if we're below it, we're having a bit of problem and there's a bearish movement. Now, if you go back to here, go back to when we were above this. So we were above this really. We kind of fell below this on the 15th of November. Remember, Bitcoin's current all-time high is $69,000. We hit that on the 10th of November last year, but Bitcoin fell into and below this EMA ribbon and closed below it back on the 18th of November, about just a bit over a week after that. We've had a rejection from it here at the start of December. We've had another rejection from it here towards the end of December. Came up and got rejected off of it here again in January. So look, we need to get back above this. So I'll be keeping a very, very close eye on this this pump and this price action. But look, I'm a bit skeptical because we're going into the weekend. Things tend to get a bit crazy on the weekend because Bitcoin trades 24/7. However, the CME futures group only trades like, say, Monday to Friday 9 to 5. So it doesn't really, the weekends can be a bit crazy. What I mean by that is we get this pump today and it could be completely erased over the weekend come Monday morning. Or we've seen the opposite happen as well. Over the weekend, there's been these like major dumps and then a recovery, a buyback on Monday morning. So keeping an eye on that. We need to get back above that. If we need to get back on that, very, very bullish. So getting rid of that. Next thing I'm going to take a quick look at is the EMA ribbon. So I'm just going to put up the EMA ribbon here, sticking with the daily chart. And as you can see, the blue line crossed over the orange line on the 28th of January. And then you had your recent bullish movement. So I'll be keeping an eye on that as well. Very quickly, actually switch back to the weekly on that. We're still in a kind of a bearish trend here on the weekly because here you've had this debt cross back as far as the 29th of November when the opposite happened. So back to the daily, and I'm going to get rid of the MACD. Now back to the daily, taking a look at the RSI, the relative strength index. It's currently trading at 51.82. Remember, it's a number between 0 and 100. The closer we get to 100, it's a sign that we're overbought and a correction is due. The closer we get to 0, it's a sign that we're oversold and the bottom is in. Now at the bottom of this, it was 20. 20 is quite low. So what we're going to do is going to scroll all the way back and see if we can find one as low as that. Last time that was the 19th of May 2021, and that would have been 23. Still not as low, but if you were to buy then, that would have been a really good buy opportunity because on that day, that was after the kind of Elon Musk, I think it was close to the bottom of the crash after the Elon Musk FUD and the China FUD and China banning Bitcoin. So you're $29,000. I mean, considering it went up to $69,000, which is the all-time high, that would be a very, very good buying opportunity. Now here it got a bit lower, got significantly lower, went down as far as 15. When was that? 12th of March 2020. But sure, look, we all know what happened back in March 2020, the start of what's going on in the world now. Now I want to keep this video nice and short. So what we're going to look here is, if you look at these, this pattern here. So this pattern here between, say, like 17th of August 2021 and then the breakout here around the start of October, right? This pattern here, where you have this kind of this basically narrowing, the Bitcoin price is falling in general, and it's hitting what we call lower highs, and it's also hitting lower lows, but it's narrowing. It's nice. It's wide here, it's narrow here, just a pattern. It's called a falling wedge. They're actually very, very bullish patterns. Now, something similar could be happening here as well. So I just want you to take a look at the white lines here. I know this is a bit messy. Just ignore all the red lines and all the other lines. Just these white lines here. So you have the resistance line here and the support line here. It's a really, really rough job here. I'm just drawing it from this wick to this wick here. It's potentially putting in another much larger falling wedge, which is a bullish pattern. Now I'm just going to finish up on this. So this is the 4-hourly chart, and what I'm looking at is here you have this resistance line and this support line. There is multiple points of contact on the resistance line, multiple points of contact on the support line. As you can see here, it's narrow here, it's wide here. This is a bullish reversal pattern, and it's called a descending broadening wedge. It looks like an inverted gramophone because it's narrow here and it's wider here. These are bullish reversal patterns. They tend to suggest when the bottom's in and indicate, they tend to break to the upside like 80% of the time and indicate a price reversal, a trend reversal. So we seem to have a little breakout here. It may fall back in here and could come potentially down all the way to touch this again, maybe down. You're talking about around by this Fibonacci down to around 26, 27. That could happen, okay? You could have a rejection here. It could go down to retest these lower levels between, I'd imagine, being bought straight back up. So, like, I don't know. It's good that we've got this bit of volume here, but the weekend could get a little crazy. I do think the time limit to buy Bitcoin around $30,000, around those low 30 to the mid $30,000, that time limit, that time is running out. So, yeah, again, none of this is financial advice. Do your own research. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. That's me done. If you got any sort of value from this episode, go ahead and like, subscribe. Shláinte. Bye.